Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when you hear tales from ancient times, stories filled with gods, monsters, and otherworldly events? These stories, passed down through generations, have a power that transcends time. They carry the essence of cultures long gone, echoing their fears, hopes, and dreams. Ancient mythologies are like old friends, whispering secrets in the dark, making us wonder about the world beyond our understanding. In the dim light of a flickering campfire, a storyteller once shared a tale that has been told for thousands of years. His voice was low, almost a whisper, as if he was sharing a forbidden secret. He spoke of a time when the world was not as we know it, when the heavens and the earth were not yet formed. There was only chaos, an endless sea of darkness and confusion. From this chaos, the first beings emerged, mighty and powerful, shaping the world with their will. Imagine the awe and fear of those who first heard these stories. They lived in a world where the unknown was vast and terrifying, where the line between the natural and the supernatural was thin. The gods and goddesses they worshipped were not distant figures, but active participants in their daily lives. They believed these deities controlled everything, from the growth of their crops to the outcome of their battles. Every thunderstorm was a sign of divine anger, every bountiful harvest a gift from above. One can only imagine the shivers that ran down their spines as they listened to tales of gods waging epic battles in the sky. These stories were not just entertainment, they were explanations for the inexplicable, comfort in the face of the unknown. When the storyteller spoke of mighty Zeus hurling thunderbolts or Odin sacrificing his eye for wisdom, it was as if the gods themselves were present, watching over the gathered crowd. But not all mysteries of ancient mythologies are about gods and their might. Some are tender and heart-wrenching. The story of Demeter and Persephone, for instance, is one of a mother's love and the cycle of life and death. Demeter's grief when her daughter is taken to the underworld causes the earth to wither and die, showing the people the sorrow of losing a loved one and the hope of reunion. This tale, with its blend of love and loss, would have touched the hearts of ancient listeners, resonating with their own experiences of life's joys and sorrows. Across the world, different cultures crafted their own mythologies, each with its own flavor of mystery. In ancient Egypt, the gods walked among men, their lives intertwined with the pharaohs who ruled. The Egyptians believed in an afterlife filled with challenges and rewards, a journey each soul must undertake. The Book of the Dead, with its spells and incantations, served as a guide for the deceased, ensuring they would navigate the dangers of the underworld and reach the eternal fields of peace. The idea of life continuing beyond death, with its own set of trials, must have filled the ancient Egyptians with both hope and fear. In the lands of the Norse, where the nights were long and the winters harsh, the sagas spoke of gods who were destined to fall. Ragnarok, the end of the world, was a prophecy that loomed over their mythology. It told of a final battle where even the mightiest gods would perish. Yet, from the ashes of this destruction, a new world would rise. This cycle of destruction and rebirth mirrored the harsh realities of their environment, where survival was a constant struggle, and yet, life always found a way to continue. The Maya civilization, deep in the jungles of Central America, wove intricate stories of gods and the cosmos. Their calendar, a marvel of astronomical precision, was imbued with mystical significance. They believed that time itself was a cycle of creation and destruction, each era ending in cataclysm before a new one began. The thought of entire worlds rising and falling would have filled the ancient Maya with awe, a reminder of the transient nature of existence and the power of the divine forces at play. These ancient mythologies are not just relics of the past, they are living, breathing tales that continue to captivate us. They remind us of our shared humanity, of the questions that have haunted us since the dawn of time. Who are we? Where do we come from? What lies beyond the veil of death? The mysteries they present are universal, touching the core of our being, evoking a sense of wonder and curiosity. The stories of old, with their gods and monsters, their love and loss, are more than just myths. They are windows into the souls of our ancestors, reflections of their deepest fears and highest hopes. As we listen to these tales, we feel a connection to those who came before us, a bond that transcends time and space. The mysteries of ancient mythologies are, In many ways, the mysteries of ourselves, timeless and ever-present, waiting to be discovered in the quiet moments of reflection. In the beginning, there was nothing but an endless void, silent and dark. From this nothingness, a great cosmic egg appeared, its presence mysterious and awe-inspiring. This egg held within it the potential for everything, the spark of life and creation waiting to burst forth. As the egg began to crack, a light so brilliant and pure seeped through, filling the void with its radiant glow. In ancient China, the people spoke of Pangu, a giant who emerged from this cosmic egg. With his immense strength, Pangu pushed the sky away from the earth, creating the world as we know it. Each day, he grew taller, his body becoming the mountains, rivers, and valleys. When Pangu finally lay down to rest, his breath became the wind, his voice the thunder, and his eyes the sun and moon. His sacrifice brought life and order to the chaos, his story a testament to the enduring power of creation. Thousands of miles away, in the rich tapestry of Hindu mythology, another story of the cosmic egg unfolds. The Rigveda speaks of the Hiranyagarbha, the golden womb or egg, floating in the primordial waters. From this egg, the god Brahma emerged, bringing with him the seeds of all life. Brahma's 4 heads gazed in all directions, witnessing the birth of the cosmos. As he breathed life into the universe, the stars and planets danced into existence, and the world blossomed in the light of creation. In the lush forests of Africa, the Dogon people held their own tale of the cosmic egg. They believed that the god Amma created the universe from a single egg. Within it, the twin spirits of life and death, order and chaos, battled for dominance. As the egg cracked open, the twins leapt out, shaping the earth and the heavens with their energy. The Dogon saw this balance of forces as the essence of life, a delicate harmony that governed the world around them. Across the ocean, the ancient Greeks told of a time when the world was a formless expanse. From this void emerged an egg, laid by the great bird Nyx, the personification of night. When the egg hatched, it brought forth Eros, the god of love, whose power bound the elements together. From this union, the earth, sky, and sea took shape, their boundaries defined by the love and energy that Eros spread. The Greeks saw this as the ultimate act of creation, where love was the force that breathed life into the universe. In the vast deserts of Egypt, a different version of the cosmic egg story took hold. The ancient Egyptians believed that the sun god Ra was born from a cosmic egg, laid by the primeval bird, Bennu. As the egg hatched, Ra emerged in all his glory, his light banishing the darkness. He brought forth the other gods and gave life to the land of Egypt, his daily journey across the sky a reminder of the cycle of birth and rebirth. These stories, though varied in their details, share a common thread. They speak of the mysterious and awe-inspiring birth of the universe, where life springs from the depths of nothingness. The cosmic egg symbolizes potential and the beginning of everything, a source of endless wonder and fascination. For the ancient Polynesians, the cosmic egg was embodied in the story of Ringi and Papa, the Sky Father and Earth Mother. They were once locked in a tight embrace, their love so strong that it left no space for their children. In the darkness, their offspring grew restless, yearning for light and freedom. One day, their son Tang Mahuta, the god of forests, pushed them apart, creating the sky above and the earth below. As light flooded in, the world awoke, vibrant and full of life, a testament to the power of separation and creation. Even in the cold, rugged lands of the Norse, the story of the cosmic egg finds its place. They spoke of Ymir, the first being, born from the icy void of Ginnungagap. As Ymir slept, a great cow named Audhumla appeared, her milk nourishing him. From Ymir's body, the gods Odin, Vili, and Ve fashioned the world. His flesh became the earth, his blood the seas, and his bones the mountains. The Norse saw the world as a creation born from sacrifice, a blend of life and death that gave rise to everything. These tales, whispered around campfires and etched into stone, are more than just stories. They are the echoes of our ancestors' attempts to understand the great mysteries of existence. The cosmic egg, in its various forms, represents the birth of the universe, a symbol of life's miraculous beginning. As we listen to these ancient myths, we feel a connection to the past, a link to the countless generations who gazed at the stars and wondered about the origins of all that is. In the beginning, there was only water, an endless, dark expanse of water. This primordial ocean held the secrets of life, a vast, mysterious void where the potential for creation lay dormant. In ancient Mesopotamia, they spoke of Tiamat, the primordial goddess of the Salt Sea. Her waters were the birthplace of all creation. From her depths, the gods emerged, bringing order to the chaos. Tiamat, fierce and powerful, roared and churned, her waters teeming with potential. When the young god Marduk defeated her in a titanic battle, he split her body in two, creating the heavens and the earth. Her tears became the rivers and her blood the oceans, each drop teeming with life, a reminder of the power of the waters from which everything arose. Far to the east, the ancient Egyptians had their own tale of creation from the primordial waters. They believed in Nun, the boundless ocean that existed before time itself. From these waters, the sun god Ra emerged, rising from the chaos on a lotus flower. As his light touched the waters, the world began to take shape. The river Nile, flowing through the heart of Egypt, was seen as a gift from these primordial waters, bringing life and fertility to the land. Each year, when the Nile flooded, it was as if the ancient waters of Nun were renewing the earth, a cycle of life and rebirth that sustained their civilization. In the distant lands of the Hindus, the Rig Veda speaks of the cosmic ocean, a vast expanse where the god Vishnu rested on the serpent Ananta. As he lay there, the waters began to stir, and from his navel sprang a lotus flower. On this lotus sat Brahma, the creator god, who brought forth the world with his divine breath. The waters of the cosmic ocean, swirling with potential, were the source of all life. Every river, lake, and ocean on earth was believed to carry a spark of this divine water, connecting the world to its sacred origins. In the cold north, the Norse mythology tells of Ginnungagap, the primordial void, bordered by the icy realm of Niflheim and the fiery world of Muspelheim. As the ice met the fire, it melted, creating a churning, primordial sea. From these waters, Ymir, the first being, was born. His sweat became the seas and his body the land. The Norse people saw the sea as a reminder of their beginnings, a place of mystery and danger, where the forces of creation still held sway. Across the vast Pacific, the Polynesians shared stories of Tangaroa, the god of the sea. They believed that he created the islands from his watery domain, his hands shaping the land from the depths. The ocean, vast and unending, was their mother, providing food, shelter, and life. The waves that lapped against their shores were seen as Tangaroa's breath, a reminder of his ever-present power and the life-giving force of the sea. In the heart of Africa, the Yoruba people of Nigeria spoke of Olukan, the goddess of the deep ocean. Her waters were the source of all riches and mysteries. It was said that the land emerged from the sea, molded by the hands of the god Obatala. The Yoruba believed that the water carried the essence of life, nourishing the earth and sustaining their people. Each river and stream was a lifeline, a connection to the divine waters from which all life sprang. The ancient Chinese had their own story of water's vital role in creation. They believed that in the beginning, the world was a vast, watery chaos. From this chaos emerged the god Pangu, who separated the heavens and the earth. As he did, the waters receded, revealing the land beneath. The rivers and lakes that remained were seen as veins of the earth, carrying the life-giving essence of the primordial waters. Each drop of rain was a blessing, a reminder of the ancient waters that gave birth to the world. In the myths of the Native American tribes, water played a central role in the creation of the world. The Iroquois spoke of Sky Woman, who fell from the heavens into the primordial sea. The animals, seeing her plight, dove deep into the waters to bring up mud, which they placed on the back of a giant turtle. This mud grew into the land, and from the waters, life began to flourish. The Iroquois saw water as a sacred source of life, a gift from the divine that sustained their people and their land. Each of these stories, from different corners of the earth, carries the same truth. Water is the source of life, a powerful and mysterious force that shaped the world. The primordial waters, dark and infinite, hold within them the secrets of creation, a testament to the life-giving power that flows through our veins. As we listen to these ancient myths, we are reminded of our own connection to the waters, the lifeblood of our planet, and the source of all that we are. In the beginning, there was only chaos, an endless abyss where nothing had form or purpose. This chaos was wild and untamed, a swirling mass of darkness and confusion. It was from this chaos that the first sparks of life began to emerge, setting the stage for an epic battle that would shape the universe. In the ancient Greek myths, chaos was the primordial state of the universe, a vast and gaping void. From this void emerged Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. They were the first beings to bring order to the chaos, creating the land and the heavens. But chaos did not surrender easily. The Titans, born from Gaia and Uranus, were powerful and rebellious, embodying the wild and uncontrollable nature of their chaotic origins. The greatest of these Titans, Cronus, overthrew his father Uranus, plunging the world back into a state of turmoil. But order fought back. Zeus, the son of Cronus, rose up against his father, leading a mighty battle known as the Titanomachy. The heavens shook as gods and titans clashed, their powers tearing the sky and splitting the earth. Zeus and his siblings, with their combined might, defeated the Titans and cast them into the depths of Tartarus. With this victory, Zeus established a new order, bringing stability and harmony to the world. The once chaotic universe now had structure and balance, with Zeus as its ruler. Far to the east, the ancient Egyptians told a similar tale. In the beginning, there was only none, the dark, chaotic waters of the abyss. From these waters emerged Adam, the first god, who brought light and order. But chaos, embodied by the serpent Apep, constantly threatened to plunge the world back into darkness. Each night, as Ra, the sun god, traveled through the underworld, he faced Apep in a fierce battle. The serpent's roars echoed through the night, a chilling reminder of the chaos that lurked just beyond the edge of order. Every dawn, when the sun rose again, it was a sign of Ra's victory over Apep. The Egyptians saw this daily struggle as a symbol of the eternal battle between order and chaos. The calm and predictable cycle of the sun's journey across the sky was a triumph of order, a reassurance that chaos had been defeated once more. In the vast expanse of the Norse mythology, chaos took the form of the giant Ymir, born from the icy void of Ginnungagap. Ymir's body was a chaotic mass, from which sprang the first beings, both monstrous and divine. Odin, along with his brothers Vili and Ve, decided to bring order to the chaos by slaying Ymir. From Ymir's body, they fashioned the world, his flesh became the earth, his blood the seas, and his bones the mountains. The Norse saw this act as a necessary violence, a sacrifice to create a world of order from the raw and wild elements of chaos. But chaos was never fully vanquished. The giants, descendants of Ymir, constantly threatened the gods and the world they had created. The prophecy of Ragnarok foretold a time when the giants would rise again, and the world would be consumed in chaos and fire. Yet even in this tale of doom, there was a promise of rebirth, a new world rising from the ashes of the old, where order would once again be restored. Across the ocean, the Maya civilization held a deep respect for the forces of chaos and order. They believed that the universe was created from the primordial sea, where the gods Hunab Ku and Gukumat stirred the waters to bring forth the earth. But this creation was fraught with challenges, as chaotic forces resisted the formation of a stable world. The hero twins, Hunapu and Zbalank, were central figures in maintaining this balance. They descended into the underworld, Zabalba, to face the lords of chaos. Through their cunning and bravery, they overcame the trials and restored order, ensuring the sun would rise and the crops would grow. In the ancient Mesopotamian myth of Enuma Elish, chaos was personified by the monstrous Tiamat, a dragon of the primordial sea. The gods, led by Marduk, waged a fierce battle against Tiamat and her army of chaos. The clash was cataclysmic, with the heavens trembling and the earth quaking. Marduk, with his powerful winds and mighty strength, defeated Tiamat, splitting her body to create the sky and the earth. From the remnants of chaos, Marduk brought order, establishing the foundations of civilization and law. The stories from different cultures echo the same truth: the battle between chaos and order is eternal and universal. It is a struggle that resonates deeply within us, a reflection of our own experiences with the unpredictable and uncontrollable forces in our lives. These myths remind us of the delicate balance that exists in the world, the constant effort required to maintain harmony in the face of chaos. As we listen to these ancient tales, we feel the tension and the triumph, the fear and the hope. The battles fought by gods and heroes against the forces of chaos are not just stories of the past, they are symbols of our ongoing quest for stability and meaning in a world that can often seem chaotic and uncertain. Have you ever wondered about the gods and goddesses, those powerful beings who seem to live in another realm yet influence our world in profound ways? These enigmatic figures, with their mysterious origins and complex roles, have fascinated humanity for centuries. In the ancient world, the Greeks told of the great Olympian gods, each with their unique powers and stories. At the head of this pantheon was Zeus, the king of the gods, who ruled with his mighty thunderbolt. But his ascent to power was not straightforward. Born to the Titan Cronus, Zeus was hidden away by his mother, Rhea, to protect him from being swallowed by his father. When he grew strong enough, Zeus waged a war against Cronus and the Titans, a fierce battle that shook the heavens and the earth. With his victory, Zeus established a new order, ruling from Mount Olympus with justice and authority. Beside him was Hera, his queen, the goddess of marriage and family. Her role was complex, often depicted as both a loving wife and a jealous protector of her marriage. Despite her struggles with Zeus's infidelities, Hera's strength and dignity never wavered. She embodied the sanctity of family and the trials that come with it, her presence a reminder of the resilience and power of women. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, sprang fully formed from Zeus's forehead, a symbol of strategic warfare and intellect. Her birth itself was a mystery, bypassing the traditional processes of life. Athena's wisdom guided heroes like Odysseus, and her strategic mind made her a revered figure in times of war and peace. Her owl, a symbol of wisdom, often perched on her shoulder, watching over those who sought knowledge. In ancient Egypt, the gods were deeply intertwined with the natural world. Ra, the sun god, was born each morning from the waters of Nun, traveling across the sky before descending into the underworld at night. His journey was a daily battle against the forces of chaos, particularly the serpent Apep. Each sunrise was a victory of light over darkness, Ra's perseverance a testament to the enduring power of order in the face of chaos. Osiris, the god of the afterlife, had a story filled with intrigue and resurrection. Betrayed and murdered by his brother Set, Osiris was dismembered and scattered across Egypt. His devoted wife, Isis, gathered his pieces and, with her magic, brought him back to life. Osiris's death and rebirth were symbolic of the cycles of nature and the promise of life after death. He became the ruler of the underworld, guiding souls to their final resting place. Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood, was revered for her wisdom and compassion. Her role in resurrecting Osiris and protecting their son, Horus, showcased her as a powerful force of love and protection. The ancient Egyptians looked to her in times of need, believing in her ability to heal and restore. In Norse mythology, the gods were often depicted as warriors, battling the forces of chaos and preparing for the prophesied end of the world, Ragnarok. Odin, the All-Father, was a seeker of wisdom, willing to sacrifice his eye for knowledge. He hung from the world tree, Yggdrasil, for 9 days and nights, gaining the secrets of the runes. His ravens, Hugin and Munin, flew across the world, bringing him news and insight. Odin's relentless pursuit of wisdom was a guiding light for the Norse people, teaching them the value of knowledge and sacrifice. Thor, the god of thunder, wielded his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, protecting both gods and humans from giants and other threats. His strength was legendary, his presence on the battlefield a source of courage for his followers. Thor's hammer was not only a weapon but a symbol of protection and blessing, used in ceremonies to hallow and sanctify. In Hindu mythology, the pantheon of gods and goddesses is vast and varied, each with their distinct roles and stories. Vishnu, the preserver, incarnated in various forms to restore balance to the world. His avatars, like Rama and Krishna, came to earth to defeat evil and protect the righteous. Vishnu's role as the preserver of Dharma, the cosmic order, was crucial in maintaining harmony in the universe. Shiva, the destroyer, was both feared and revered. His dance, the Tandava, symbolized the cycle of creation and destruction, a reminder that all things must end to allow new beginnings. Shiva's ascetic lifestyle and his role as the ultimate yogi inspired devotion and meditation among his followers. Parvati, the goddess of love and devotion, complemented Shiva with her gentle and nurturing nature. Their union symbolized the balance of opposites, the harmony of creation and destruction, love and power. Parvati's role as the mother goddess made her a central figure in the family and community life, embodying the ideals of motherhood and compassion. In the lush lands of the Aztecs, the gods were intimately connected with the cycles of nature and the cosmos. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, was a creator god who brought wisdom and light to humanity. His teachings on agriculture, the arts, and sciences shaped Aztec civilization, his dual nature as both serpent and bird symbolizing the unity of earth and sky. Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun and war, guided the Aztecs in their conquests and rituals. His demand for human sacrifices was a grim reminder of the cycle of life and death, his strength and ferocity inspiring both fear and reverence. The Aztecs believed that their offerings nourished him, ensuring the sun's journey across the sky and the continuation of life. These gods and goddesses, with their mysterious origins and powerful roles, weave a rich tapestry of myth and meaning. Their stories are more than ancient tales, they are reflections of the human experience, embodying our struggles, our triumphs, and our quest for understanding in a complex and often mysterious world. As we learn about these divine beings, we glimpse the timeless truths that have shaped our civilizations and continue to inspire us today. In a world where light and darkness dance in an eternal embrace, the struggle between good and evil plays out not only in human hearts, but also among the gods themselves. The deities of ancient mythologies embody this timeless battle, reflecting our deepest fears and highest hopes. High above in the Greek pantheon, there stood Zeus, the king of the gods. He wielded his thunderbolt with justice, bringing order to the world. Yet, lurking in the shadows was Hades, ruler of the underworld, who governed the realm of the dead. While Zeus shone with the light of day, Hades embraced the darkness of night. Their existence was a reminder that life and death, joy and sorrow, were intertwined, each giving meaning to the other. Zeus's reign was marked by his struggle to maintain balance, often clashing with forces that sought to disrupt the harmony he had created. One of these forces was Typhon, a monstrous serpentine giant born from the depths of chaos. With 100 dragon heads and a voice that could shake the heavens, Typhon was a terror to both gods and mortals. His very existence challenged the order that Zeus fought so hard to preserve. The battle between Zeus and Typhon was fierce, the earth quaking and the skies ablaze with lightning. In the end, Zeus emerged victorious, imprisoning Typhon beneath Mount Etna. Yet, the memory of their clash served as a constant reminder of the thin line between order and chaos. In Norse mythology, the gods of Asgard stood as guardians of the cosmos, their strength and wisdom a bulwark against the forces of darkness. Odin, the All-Father, was revered for his quest for knowledge and his efforts to maintain peace. His eye, sacrificed for wisdom, symbolized his commitment to understanding the mysteries of the universe. Beside him stood Thor, the god of thunder, whose mighty hammer, Mjolnir, was a symbol of protection and strength. But their efforts were constantly challenged by Loki, the trickster god. Born of both giant and god, Loki was a being of duality, his actions weaving chaos into the fabric of the world. His mischief often brought calamity to both gods and humans, culminating in the prophecy of Ragnarok, the end of days. It was said that Loki would lead an army of giants against the gods, plunging the world into darkness. This foretold battle between the forces of good and evil was a stark reminder of the fragile balance that held the universe together. In the heart of the Egyptian pantheon, the sun god Ra sailed his boat across the sky each day, bringing light and life to the world. Yet, every night, he descended into the underworld, where he faced his eternal enemy, Apep, the serpent of chaos. Apep sought to devour Ra's light, plunging the world into darkness. Each night, as Ra battled Apep, the fate of the world hung in the balance. The sunrise each morning was a victory of light over darkness, a testament to the enduring struggle between order and chaos. The goddess Ma'at stood as a symbol of truth and justice, her feather a measure of the souls of the dead. She represented the ideal of balance, her presence ensuring that the world remained in harmony. Opposing her was Set, the god of chaos and violence. Set's betrayal of his brother Osiris, whom he murdered and dismembered, was a tale of treachery and disruption. Yet, from this act of chaos arose Horus, the son of Osiris and Isis, who avenged his father and restored balance. The ongoing conflict between Horus and Set was a reflection of the eternal struggle between good and evil, light and darkness. In Hindu mythology, the gods Vishnu and Shiva represented the dualities of preservation and destruction. Vishnu, the preserver, took on various avatars to protect the world from evil and restore order. His incarnations, such as Rama and Krishna, fought against powerful demons, embodying the principles of righteousness and compassion. Each victory of Vishnu's avatars was a reaffirmation of the triumph of good over evil, a promise of protection and order. Shiva, the destroyer, was both revered and feared for his role in the cosmic cycle. His dance of destruction, the Tandava, was a powerful reminder that all things must come to an end to allow for new beginnings. Shiva's presence was a symbol of transformation, his destructive power a necessary force to maintain the balance of the universe. The duality of Vishnu and Shiva, preservation and destruction, underscored the cyclical nature of existence, where creation and dissolution were two sides of the same coin. In the lands of the Aztecs, the duality of good and evil was embodied by Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, and Tezcatlipoca, the god of darkness and sorcery. Quetzalcoatl, the bringer of light and knowledge, was a benevolent deity who taught humanity the arts and sciences. His wisdom and compassion made him a beloved figure, his teachings a source of enlightenment. Tezcatlipoca, on the other hand, reveled in chaos and deception. His smoky mirror was a symbol of his ability to see and influence the future, his presence a constant reminder of the unpredictable nature of life. The rivalry between Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca was a cosmic dance of light and darkness, each striving to assert their influence over the world. These stories of gods and goddesses, of benevolent and malevolent forces, echo the complexities of our own lives. They remind us that good and evil are not always distinct entities but are often intertwined, each defining and shaping the other. The gods themselves, with their virtues and flaws, reflect our own struggles and triumphs, their tales a mirror to the human experience. As we listen to these ancient myths, we feel the tension of the battles, the hope in the victories, and the fear of the darkness that lies just beyond the edge of light. The balance between good and evil is a delicate one, a dance that continues to play out in the stories of the gods and in our own lives. Have you ever felt that life's twists and turns are orchestrated by a mischievous spirit? The trickster gods, with their cunning and unpredictability, embody this spirit. These deities exist to challenge the status quo, stir chaos, and, paradoxically, bring balance and change. Loki, the Norse trickster god, is a figure both fascinating and terrifying. With his quick wit and shape-shifting abilities, Loki was as much a creator of chaos as he was a catalyst for transformation. Once, to appease a giant who built a fortress for the gods, Loki transformed into a mare to lure away the giant stallion. The plan worked, but Loki soon found himself giving birth to Sleipnir, an eight-legged horse that became Odin's steed. This bizarre tale shows Loki's unpredictable nature, bringing both trouble and valuable gifts to the gods. Loki's antics often brought him into conflict with the gods of Asgard. His cleverness and audacity knew no bounds, whether stealing the goddess Idun's apples of immortality or tricking the blind god Hödr into killing his brother Baldr. These actions sowed discord and grief among the gods, yet they also set the stage for the ultimate battle of Ragnarok, where old orders would be swept away, making room for renewal. Loki's role as a trickster was to challenge the gods, pushing them to confront their flaws and ultimately reshape the cosmos. In ancient Greece, Hermes, the messenger god, also embodied the trickster archetype. Born in a cave, Hermes wasted no time in showing his cunning nature. As an infant, he stole Apollo's cattle and cleverly covered his tracks, leading the herd backward to confuse his pursuers. When Apollo discovered the theft, he confronted Hermes, who feigned innocence and charm. Amused by the young god's cleverness, Apollo forgave him, and Hermes gifted him the lyre, an instrument he had crafted from a tortoise shell. Hermes' actions, though deceitful, often led to unexpected benefits and the strengthening of relationships among the gods. Hermes was not only a thief, but also a guide, leading souls to the underworld and aiding heroes on their quests. His ability to move freely between worlds made him a mediator and a protector of travelers. His dual nature as a trickster and a guide reflects the complex role of these deities, who disrupt and deceive to teach valuable lessons and bring about necessary change. Coyote, the trickster of Native American mythology, is another character who embodies the paradoxical nature of tricksters. In countless stories, Coyote's cunning and curiosity lead him into trouble, yet his actions often result in the creation of important aspects of the world. One tale tells of Coyote stealing fire from the fire beings to give it to humanity. Using his wits and speed, Coyote outsmarts the fire beings, ensuring that humans have the warmth and light needed to survive. Though his methods were questionable, Coyote's actions brought about progress and transformation. Coyote's tales are filled with humor and folly, highlighting the importance of laughter and resilience. His mistakes and misadventures serve as cautionary tales, teaching the importance of wisdom and humility. Despite his flaws, Coyote's spirit of adventure and innovation continues to inspire, reminding us that even our missteps can lead to growth and discovery. Anansi, the spider trickster of West African folklore, is renowned for his cleverness and resourcefulness. In one story, Anansi wanted to own all the wisdom in the world. He gathered it in a pot, planning to hide it at the top of a tall tree. But as he struggled to climb, the pot tied to his belly, his son saw him and suggested he tie it to his back for better balance. Realizing his son had wisdom too, Anansi dropped the pot, scattering wisdom across the world. This tale illustrates Anansi's role in spreading knowledge and teaching through his own foolishness. Anansi's stories are rich with lessons about human nature and the complexities of life. His cunning often gets him into trouble, but his quick thinking usually finds a way out, albeit sometimes in unexpected ways. Through his actions, Anansi reveals the importance of adaptability and the power of intellect in overcoming challenges. In Japanese mythology, the kitsune, or fox spirits, are known for their trickery and shape-shifting abilities. Kitsune can be both benevolent and malevolent, their actions ranging from playful pranks to vengeful deeds. One legend tells of a kitsune who fell in love with a human man and transformed into a beautiful woman to be with him. Their love was genuine, but when the man discovered her true nature, the kitsune fled, heartbroken. This story highlights the duality of kitsune, capable of deep emotions and loyalty, yet bound by their trickster nature. The kitsune's shape-shifting abilities symbolize the fluidity of identity and the complexity of human relationships. Their tales often explore themes of deception, love, and transformation, reflecting the multifaceted nature of the trickster archetype. Through their stories, the kitsune teach lessons about the consequences of deceit and the value of seeing beyond appearances. These trickster gods, from Loki and Hermes to Coyote, Anansi, and the kitsune, weave chaos into the fabric of myth and legend. They disrupt the ordinary, challenge the powerful, and force us to confront uncomfortable truths. Yet, in their mischief and mayhem, they also bring about change, growth, and new possibilities. Their stories remind us that life is unpredictable, full of unexpected twists and turns. The trickster's role is to keep us on our toes, to break the monotony of order and prompt us to think creatively and adapt to new situations. They embody the spirit of innovation and transformation, showing us that even in chaos, there is potential for growth and enlightenment. As we reflect on these tales, we can feel the thrill of uncertainty and the excitement of possibility. The trickster gods, with their cunning and charm, draw us into their world, challenging us to embrace the unexpected and find wisdom in the most unlikely places. Through their stories, we learn to navigate the complexities of life, armed with humor, resilience, and a touch of trickery. Heroes rise from the most unexpected places, often thrust into adventures that test their strength, wisdom, and spirit. These journeys are filled with trials and mysteries that shape them into legends. In the quiet village of Ithaca, a young prince named Odysseus longed for adventure. Little did he know, his wish would lead him on a 10-year odyssey. When called to fight in the Trojan War, Odysseus displayed cunning and bravery. But it was his return home that defined his hero's journey. After the fall of Troy, Odysseus set sail for Ithaca, but the gods had other plans. The sea god Poseidon, angered by Odysseus blinding his son, the Cyclops Polyphemus, cursed him to wander the seas. This journey was fraught with perilous trials. Odysseus and his men encountered the seductive song of the sirens, the six-headed monster Scylla, and the whirlpool Charybdis. Each trial tested their resolve and unity. One night, Odysseus found himself in the cave of the sorceress Circe, who turned his men into swine. With the help of the god Hermes, he resisted her magic, convincing her to restore his crew. They spent a year in her palace, enjoying the pleasures of her enchanted island. Yet, the yearning for home never left Odysseus' heart. The journey to the underworld was another crucial test. Guided by Circe, Odysseus sought the prophet Tiresias, who revealed the path to Ithaca and warned of further trials. The descent into the underworld, facing the spirits of the dead, was a harrowing ordeal that forced Odysseus to confront his past and the weight of his actions. In the end, it was not just strength or cunning that saw him through, but the unwavering hope of reuniting with his beloved wife, Penelope, and son, Telemachus. The journey changed Odysseus, revealing the core of his humanity and the resilience of the human spirit. Thousands of miles away, in the deserts of Persia, another hero's journey unfolded. Rostam, the mighty champion of the Shahnameh, faced trials that would test his mettle and morality. Born with the strength of 10 men, Rostam's destiny was to protect his homeland. Yet, his journey was not just about physical prowess, but also wisdom and virtue. Rostam's most poignant trial was his confrontation with his own son, Sohrab. Unbeknownst to Rostam, Sohrab sought him out, longing to meet the legendary hero he had heard of. In the heat of battle, the two clashed, neither knowing their true relationship. When Rostam realized the tragic truth, it was too late. Sohrab lay dying, and Rostam's heart broke with the weight of his actions. This encounter underscored the cruel twists of fate that heroes often face, the price of glory, and the deep bonds of blood and kin. In the lush forests of India, the epic tale of the Ramayana recounts the journey of Prince Rama. Banished from his kingdom, Rama ventured into the wilderness with his devoted wife, Sita, and loyal brother, Lakshmana. Their exile was not just a physical journey, but a spiritual quest that tested their virtues and resolve. The abduction of Sita by the demon king Ravana marked the turning point in Rama's journey. Overcome with despair, Rama sought the alliance of Hanuman, the monkey god, and his army. Hanuman's unwavering devotion and courage were pivotal in the search for Sita. The battles that ensued were fierce, with Rama facing formidable demons and overcoming insurmountable odds. The climactic battle between Rama and Ravana was not just a clash of arms, but a confrontation of good versus evil. Rama's victory was a triumph of virtue, loyalty, and righteousness. Yet, the journey did not end with the defeat of Ravana. The trials continued as Rama and Sita faced doubts and questions about their purity and honor. Their story reminds us that the hero's journey is a continual process of overcoming challenges, both external and internal. In the land of the pharaohs, the tale of Isis and Osiris recounts a different kind of hero's journey. Osiris, the benevolent king, was betrayed and slain by his brother Set, who scattered his body across Egypt. Isis, Osiris's devoted wife, embarked on a perilous quest to find and reassemble his remains. With unwavering determination and the help of her son Horus, Isis overcame numerous obstacles, including battling Set's minions and navigating treacherous landscapes. Her journey was one of love, resilience, and the power of hope. Reuniting Osiris's body, she restored him to life, albeit in the underworld, where he became the ruler of the dead. This journey underscores the themes of sacrifice, regeneration, and the enduring bond of love. The hero's journey is not confined to the realm of myth. It resonates through the ages, reflecting our own struggles and triumphs. Each hero, from Odysseus to Rostam, Rama, and Isis, teaches us that the path to greatness is fraught with peril, but also with moments of profound insight and transformation. In the end, it is not the destination that defines the hero, but the journey itself. The trials faced, the battles fought, and the lessons learned forged the hero's character. These timeless tales of courage, sacrifice, and redemption continue to inspire, reminding us that within each of us lies the potential for heroism. Through the stories of these mythical heroes, we find the strength to embark on our own journeys, to face our own trials, and to emerge transformed. In the shimmering twilight between gods and humans, there exist beings with the strength of deities and the heart of mortals. These demigods walk among us, their lives marked by extraordinary quests and an unending struggle to balance their dual natures. Their stories, filled with courage and sacrifice, remind us of the fragile line between the divine and the human. Hercules, son of Zeus and the mortal Alcmene, was renowned for his immense strength and heroic deeds. His life was a testament to the turmoil and triumph that come with being a demigod. From his earliest days, Hercules faced immense challenges, beginning with Hera, Zeus's wife, who, driven by jealousy, sent 2 serpents to kill him in his cradle. But even as a baby, Hercules displayed his divine strength by strangling the snakes with his bare hands. As he grew older, Hercules was tasked with the 12 labors, a series of seemingly impossible tasks meant to atone for a terrible crime. Driven mad by Hera, Hercules had tragically killed his own family. Seeking redemption, he turned to the oracle at Delphi, who directed him to serve King Eurystheus and complete these labors. Each labor was a monumental quest, from slaying the Nemean lion with its impenetrable hide to capturing the elusive golden hind of Artemis. These trials pushed Hercules to his limits, testing his strength, wit, and endurance. One of his most arduous tasks was to capture the Ceryneian hind, a sacred deer of Artemis. For a year, Hercules pursued the swift creature through mountains and forests, his determination unwavering. When he finally caught it, he encountered Artemis herself, who demanded the hind's release. Hercules pleaded for her understanding, explaining his quest for redemption. Moved by his sincerity, Artemis allowed him to take the hind to Eurystheus, on the condition it would be returned unharmed. Hercules' journey was not just about physical feats, but also about confronting his inner demons and seeking forgiveness. His trials symbolized the struggles of human nature, the pursuit of redemption, and the quest for self-discovery. Despite his godlike strength, Hercules' heart remained deeply human, filled with sorrow, regret, and a relentless desire to make amends. In the East, another demigod's tale resonated through the ages. Karna, born of the sun god Surya and the mortal Kunti, was a warrior of unparalleled skill in the Mahabharata. His life was a series of paradoxes, as he was abandoned at birth and raised by a humble charioteer. Unaware of his divine heritage, Karna grew up facing discrimination and mockery, yet he possessed an indomitable spirit and a burning desire to prove himself. Karna's path was fraught with loyalty and conflict. Despite knowing his true heritage, he remained loyal to Duryodhana, the antagonist of the epic, who had recognized his worth and treated him with respect. This loyalty, however, placed Karna in direct conflict with his own brothers, the Pandavas, leading to a tragic and fateful confrontation. The celestial armor and earrings gifted by his divine father protected Karna, making him nearly invincible. However, in a twist of fate, he gave these away in charity to a disguised Indra, the king of gods, who sought to weaken him. This act of generosity highlighted Karna's noble nature, even as it sealed his tragic fate. During the epic battle of Kurukshetra, Karna fought valiantly, his skills unmatched. But his life was cut short, symbolizing the inescapable intertwining of destiny, honor, and sacrifice. Karna's story reflects the inner turmoil and complexity of demigods, torn between their divine attributes and human vulnerabilities. His unwavering loyalty, combined with the cruel twists of fate, paints a poignant picture of the demigod's struggle to find their place in a world that often fails to recognize their true worth. Across the oceans, in Polynesian mythology, Maui, the demigod born of a human mother and a god, was a trickster and hero who shaped the world with his deeds. Maui's quest was driven by a desire to bring benefits to humanity. With his magical fishhook, he pulled up islands from the ocean, snaring the sun to slow its journey across the sky, thus lengthening the days for the people to work and play. One of his most famous exploits was his attempt to achieve immortality for humans. Maui sought out the goddess Hainui-Te Ipa, believing he could conquer death by entering her body and emerging from her mouth. However, his plan was thwarted by a bird's laughter, waking the goddess, who crushed Maui, thus sealing the fate of mortality for humankind. Maui's audacity and the tragic end of his quest illustrate the delicate balance between divine ambition and human limitation. In the jungles of ancient Mesoamerica, the twin demigods Hunahpu and Xbalanque from the Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Maya, embarked on a harrowing quest. Born to a mortal woman and the god Hun Hunahpu, the twins were destined to avenge their father's death at the hands of the lords of the underworld, Xibalba. Their journey was a test of wit and bravery, filled with trials that required more than just physical strength. Descending into the underworld, the twins faced numerous deadly traps and challenges, including the House of Knives and the House of Cold. Their cleverness and resilience saw them through each ordeal, ultimately outwitting the lords of Xibalba. In a final act of sacrifice, they allowed themselves to be killed, only to rise again, symbolizing the themes of death and rebirth, and their eventual ascension to the sky as the sun and the moon. The stories of these demigods, Hercules, Karna, Maui, and the Maya twins, are woven with threads of mystery, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle between their divine and mortal natures. Their quests are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the complexities of fate, and the timeless pursuit of greatness. Each tale, filled with awe and wonder, serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us of the extraordinary potential within us all. In the shadows of history, there are stories of remarkable women whose bravery and wisdom often go unnoticed. These heroines, despite their monumental achievements, have faded into the background of myth and legend. Their tales are woven with threads of courage and sacrifice, casting a light that still shines brightly today. Among these forgotten heroines is the warrior maiden Penthesilea of the ancient Greek myths. Penthesilea was the queen of the Amazons, a fierce tribe of warrior women who defied the conventions of their time. When the city of Troy was under siege, she led her warriors into battle, determined to defend the city and gain honor for her people. Penthesilea's skill in combat was unmatched, her prowess in battle legendary. Yet, despite her formidable strength and leadership, her story took a tragic turn. In a fierce duel with the Greek hero Achilles, she was slain. As she lay dying, Achilles was struck by her beauty and valor, lamenting that he had been forced to kill such a noble warrior. Her death was a moment of tragic irony, as her heroism and sacrifice were overshadowed by the chaotic struggle of war. Penthesilea's tale, filled with valor and tragedy, reminds us of the countless women whose sacrifices have been obscured by the broader strokes of history. In another corner of myth, there is the story of Mulan, the legendary Chinese heroine whose bravery transcended gender and social norms. Mulan disguised herself as a man to take her ailing father's place in the army. In a society where women were expected to remain at home, Mulan's act of courage was a defiant stand. Clad in armor and wielding a sword, she fought valiantly in battles against invading forces. Her true identity remained hidden until her heroic deeds earned her the respect of her comrades and the admiration of the emperor. Mulan's story is not just a tale of martial prowess, but of profound loyalty and sacrifice. Her bravery challenged the rigid expectations of her society and proved that heroism is not confined by gender. Mulan's legacy endures as a symbol of strength and defiance, yet her story is often overshadowed by the broader narratives of war and conquest. Across the world, in the Andes Mountains, stands the story of Mama Oclo, a revered figure in Inca mythology. Mama Oclo, alongside her husband Manco Capac, is credited with the founding of the Inca Empire. Legend holds that they emerged from the sacred lake of Titicaca, sent by the sun god Inti to civilize the people. Mama Aklo was not just a queen but a vital leader who taught her people essential skills such as weaving, agriculture, and governance. Her wisdom and guidance were instrumental in establishing the foundations of the Inca civilization. Despite her crucial role, Mama Aklo's contributions have often been overshadowed by the grand achievements of her husband and the broader accomplishments of the Inca Empire. Her story, filled with leadership and innovation, is a testament to the significant yet often unacknowledged role women played in shaping history. In the rich tapestry of Celtic mythology, there is the tale of the warrior Queen Medb of Connacht. Medb was known for her fierce independence and cunning, leading her people with a strategic mind and an unyielding spirit. Her most famous story is the cattle raid of Cooley, where she led her army in a quest to steal a prized brown bull from the neighboring kingdom of Ulster. Medb's ambition and tactical brilliance made her a formidable leader, but her story is often overshadowed by the more celebrated heroes of Celtic lore. Medb's tale is one of power and determination, showcasing a woman who defied conventions and pursued her goals with relentless drive. Her leadership and strategic acumen played a crucial role in the ancient tales, yet her contributions have been overshadowed by the male heroes who dominate the narratives of the time. In the epic of the Hindu Mahabharata, there is the lesser-known story of Draupadi, a queen whose strength and resilience are remarkable. Draupadi was married to the 5 Pandava brothers, and her story is one of dignity and endurance amidst adversity. During a crucial moment in the epic, she was humiliated in a court of her enemies, yet she rose above the shame and injustice with remarkable courage. Draupadi's plea for justice and her unwavering resolve to protect her honor make her a powerful figure in the Mahabharata. Despite her central role in the story, her character is often overshadowed by the grander battles and strategies of the male heroes. Draupadi's tale is a poignant reminder of the strength and dignity of women who faced immense challenges with grace and determination. These stories of forgotten heroines, Penthesilea, Mulan, Mama Aklo, Medb, and Draupadi, each carry a powerful message. They remind us of the countless women whose bravery and wisdom shaped history, even as their tales have been overshadowed by larger, more dominant narratives. Their lives were marked by courage and sacrifice, their achievements profound yet often overlooked. As we uncover these stories, we celebrate the strength and resilience of these remarkable women, whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate through the ages. In the heart of ancient forests, beneath the shadow of towering mountains, and coiled around the deepest abysses of oceans, dragons and serpents stir with a mystique that has captivated humanity for centuries. These creatures, draped in scales and mystery, symbolize more than mere physical presence. They embody the primal forces of nature, fear, and awe. On the edge of the world, where the sky kisses the land, a dragon named Fafnir guarded his hoard of gold. Once a noble dwarf, Fafnir had been transformed by greed into a monstrous serpent, his body twisted into scales and coils. His hoard, hidden in the depths of a dark cave, gleamed with treasures amassed over centuries. Yet, this hoard was not merely wealth, it was a curse that had devoured Fafnir's humanity. The legend of Fafnir reached a fever pitch when the hero Sigurd, armed with the sword Gram, ventured to slay the beast. Sigurd's quest was driven by a prophecy and the desire to claim the treasure. As Sigurd approached the cave, the air grew colder, and the ground trembled under the dragon's fury. With a single, decisive strike, Sigurd pierced Fafnir's heart, breaking the curse that had tainted the treasure. The dragon's last roar echoed through the mountains, a haunting reminder of the price of greed. Yet Fafnir's story is not just one of horror, but also of transformation. His tale reflects the ancient belief that dragons symbolized the dangers of unchecked ambition and the moral consequences that follow. The hoard, once a source of immense power, became a symbol of corruption, revealing the dual nature of treasures, both alluring and destructive. Across the oceans, in the east, the dragon was a creature of reverence and benevolence. In Chinese mythology, dragons were not fearsome beasts, but symbols of prosperity, wisdom, and strength. The Emperor of China was often depicted as the Son of Heaven, who ruled under the protection of these celestial dragons. Each dragon, with its serpentine form and vibrant colors, was said to control the weather, bringing rain to nourish the crops and ensure the prosperity of the land. One of the most revered dragon legends is that of the Azure Dragon, one of the four symbols of Chinese constellations. The Azure Dragon represented the east and the spring season, bringing renewal and growth. It was a guardian of the land, a protector of harmony and balance. The dragon's ability to control the weather and its association with the cycles of nature underscored its role as a benevolent force, ensuring the well-being of both people and the environment. In the snowy realms of Scandinavia, the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr, coiled around the world's oceans. Jormungandr was not merely a serpent but a creature of cosmic importance. According to Norse mythology, the Midgard serpent was so vast that it encircled the earth, its tail clasped in its mouth. The serpent's presence was a constant reminder of the ever-present threat of chaos that lurked beneath the surface of the world. Jormungandr's story was intertwined with the fate of the gods. During Ragnarok, the end of the world in Norse myth, Jormungandr would rise from the ocean, unleashing his wrath upon the gods and humanity. His battle with Thor, the thunder god, was a climactic struggle that symbolized the inevitable clash between order and chaos. The serpent's role in this myth reflected the ancient understanding of dragons and serpents as embodiments of primal forces that challenge and shape the cosmos. In the heart of ancient India, the Naga were serpentine beings who played a complex role in mythology. These serpents were often depicted as powerful, semi-divine beings with the ability to control water and weather. In one of the most famous legends, the Naga king Vasuki was summoned by the gods and demons to help churn the ocean and obtain the nectar of immortality, Amrita. The churning was a monumental event, and Vasuki's role was pivotal in this cosmic effort. The Nagas, despite their serpentine appearance, were not inherently malevolent. They were protectors of treasures, guardians of sacred places, and possessors of great wisdom. Their dual nature, both feared and revered, reflected the ancient understanding of serpents as symbols of transformation, protection, and the unknown. They were guardians of hidden knowledge and powerful forces, their presence a reminder of the mysteries that lay beyond human comprehension. Dragons and serpents, with their diverse roles across cultures, embody a spectrum of symbolism that ranges from the terrifying to the divine. They are creatures of paradox, representing both the destructive and the protective, the feared and the revered. Their stories are etched in the fabric of myth and legend, weaving a rich tapestry of human imagination and ancient wisdom. In each culture, these mythical creatures challenge the boundaries of understanding, embodying the fears and aspirations of humanity. Whether as the cursed dragon Fafnir, the benevolent Azure Dragon, the cosmic Jormungandr, or the wise Naga, dragons and serpents continue to captivate our imagination. Their tales remind us of the primal forces that shape our world, the mysteries that lie beyond the visible, and the eternal dance between light and shadow. In the dimly lit corners of ancient lore, where the veil between the known and the unknown is thinnest, monstrous beings lurk with chilling tales. These creatures, born from the darkest corners of human imagination, serve as both warnings and wonders, embodying fears and mysteries that have captivated and haunted generations. On a desolate island in the Aegean Sea, the monstrous Scylla lurked in her underwater lair. This creature, half woman and half serpent, had 6 heads with 12 fierce eyes and rows of venomous teeth. Her legend was one of horror and longing, a dark sentinel that sailors would encounter as they navigated the treacherous waters between her and her rival, Charybdis. As ships sailed too close, Scylla's heads would dart out, snatching sailors from their decks and dragging them into the depths, her hunger insatiable. Scylla's tale was not just one of terror, but also a symbol of the unpredictable dangers that lie in the unknown. She embodied the fear of nature's raw power and the peril of venturing too far from safety. Her presence in the myths served as a grim reminder of the forces beyond human control, lurking just beneath the surface. Far from the rocky shores of the Mediterranean, in the cold, shadowy fjords of Scandinavia, the Norse mythology spoke of the Jotun, or giants. These were not the gentle, lumbering giants of fairy tales, but fearsome beings of immense power and malice. Among them was the frost giant Ymir, the primordial being from whom the world was fashioned. According to legend, Ymir was slain by Odin and his brothers, and from his body they created the world, the sky from his skull, the earth from his flesh, and the seas from his blood. Yet, the giants did not disappear. They remained as antagonists in the cosmic struggle between order and chaos. Their monstrous forms a reminder of the ancient chaos that preceded the order of the gods. Their role in the myths was to represent the primal forces that challenged the gods and humanity, serving as both a threat and a testament to the ever-present struggle between creation and destruction. Across the seas in the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, the figure of Humbaba, the guardian of the cedar forest, struck terror into the hearts of those who dared to trespass. Humbaba was a monstrous being with a face of terrifying features, whose breath was said to be fire and whose roar was thunderous. The epic hero Gilgamesh, in his quest for immortality, ventured into the cedar forest to confront Humbaba, seeking to prove his strength and secure glory. Humbaba's role in the epic was more than just an obstacle. He was a symbol of the wild and untamed forces of nature that stood between humanity and its ambitions. His defeat by Gilgamesh was not merely an act of heroism but a statement about the human desire to conquer the uncontrollable and the eternal struggle against the forces that defy civilization. In the vast, ancient deserts of Arabia, the legends of the ghoul echoed through the night. These creatures, often depicted as malevolent spirits or demons, were said to haunt graveyards and desolate places. The ghoul was a shapeshifter, able to assume various forms, including that of a beautiful woman, only to lure unsuspecting victims into their clutches. They were believed to feed on human flesh, their very presence a source of dread and unease. The ghoul's role in these tales was to represent the fear of the unknown and the supernatural. Their existence was a stark reminder of the boundaries between life and death, and their monstrous nature was a reflection of the primal fear of the dark and the unseen forces that lurk in the shadows. In the rich tapestry of African folklore, the Asambasam, a vampiric creature of the Ashanti people, embodied terror and the supernatural. This monster, with iron teeth and hooks for feet, was said to dwell in the forests, waiting to ambush unsuspecting travelers. The Asambasam's appearance was ghastly, and its predatory nature made it a figure of fear and caution among the people. The Asambasam's role in the myths was to serve as a warning against venturing too far from safety and to respect the boundaries of the natural world. It was a creature that represented the dangers that lurk in the unknown, a fearsome reminder of the unseen threats that await beyond the familiar and the known. From the fog-shrouded mountains of Japan comes the tale of the Tengu, a fearsome creature with a human-like appearance and a beak-like nose. Tengu were known to be skillful warriors, sometimes helpful but often malevolent. They lived in the mountains and were notorious for kidnapping travelers, causing mischief, and creating illusions to lead people astray. The Tengu's presence in folklore symbolized the dual nature of the mountains, both as a place of spiritual significance and as a domain of danger. They represented the fine line between reverence and fear, embodying the mysterious and unpredictable forces of nature that can both protect and threaten. These monstrous beings, from Scylla to the Tengu, reflect humanity's deep-seated fears and the mysteries of the world around them. They are not mere creatures of terror, but symbols of the primal forces that shape our understanding of the world. Their stories, etched in myth and legend, serve as both warnings and reflections on the nature of the unknown. Each tale is a testament to the enduring power of myth to capture the essence of human fears and the mysteries that lie just beyond the edges of our understanding. When the moon hangs low and the night is thick with mist, stories of benevolent spirits and guardians weave through the silence like a whisper of comfort. These mystical beings, often unseen but deeply felt, offer protection and guidance, casting a warm light in the darkest corners of our fears. In the heart of the dense Japanese forests, the gentle kappa dwells near tranquil rivers. These creatures, with their humanoid forms and a distinctive dish-shaped indentation on top of their heads, are known to be mischievous but ultimately kind-hearted. Local legends speak of how these water spirits, despite their playful tricks, would rescue lost travelers and offer guidance to those in need. Their presence was believed to bring fortune and healing, their magical powers harnessed to soothe ailments and protect the land from natural disasters. The kappa's laughter, though often unsettling, was a reminder that even in the wildest corners of the world, there are guardians watching over us. In the snowy peaks of Tibet, the revered figure of the Yeti, or the abominable snowman, stands as a symbol of protection and wisdom. Far from the monstrous figure portrayed in tales of terror, the Yeti in Tibetan folklore is a guardian of the sacred mountains. It is said that the Yeti's presence ensures the safety of travelers who respect the mountain's sanctity. The Yeti is a creature of the snow, embodying the purity and mystery of the Himalayas. It watches over the mountains with a silent, benevolent gaze, guiding those who tread respectfully and warding off those who come with ill intentions. Across the vast plains of Native American folklore, the thunderbird soars through the skies, a majestic and powerful spirit known for its role as a protector and a bringer of storms. The thunderbird, with its colossal wings and thunderous roar, commands the elements and is believed to control the weather. Native tribes hold the thunderbird in great reverence, seeing it as a guardian of the skies and a symbol of strength and protection. It is said that the thunderbird watches over the land, ensuring balance and harmony between nature and humanity. Its appearance in the sky is a sign of its protective presence, a reminder that the natural world is both powerful and benevolent. In the ancient temples of Egypt, the god Anubis stands as a guardian of the afterlife, offering protection and guidance to souls making their journey to the next world. With his jackal-headed visage and solemn demeanor, Anubis presides over the rituals of mummification and the weighing of the soul. He is a figure of immense compassion and duty, ensuring that the departed find their way to the afterlife with honor and respect. Anubis's role as a protector is not merely to guide the dead, but to ensure that their passage is peaceful and dignified, reflecting the deep respect ancient Egyptians had for the journey beyond. In the lush landscapes of the Celtic regions, the Fae folk, or fairies, are often seen as mystical protectors of nature. These beings, with their delicate wings and ethereal beauty, are believed to live in harmony with the natural world, guarding forests, rivers, and meadows. The Fae are known to bestow blessings upon those who treat nature with respect, guiding lost travelers back to safety and nurturing the land. Their presence is a reminder of the magical bond between humanity and nature, a symbol of the protection that exists when we live in harmony with the world around us. In the heart of South American rainforests, the Amazonian tribes revere the anaconda as a guardian spirit of the river. Unlike the fearsome image often portrayed, the anaconda in these myths is a wise and powerful protector. It is said that the anaconda safeguards the river's flow and the creatures that dwell within, ensuring the health and balance of the ecosystem. The river is considered a sacred entity, and the anaconda's role as its guardian reflects the deep respect and connection between the tribes and their environment. Its presence is both a sign of protection and a call to honor the life-giving waters of the rainforest. In the serene gardens of ancient China, the guardian dragons, unlike their fearsome Western counterparts, are benevolent creatures who protect homes and families. These dragons, with their sinuous bodies and wise eyes, are believed to bring good fortune and shield against evil spirits. The dragon's presence is a symbol of harmony and balance, ensuring that the household thrives and remains safe from harm. In the intricate designs of Chinese art and architecture, the dragon is not just a mythical being but a revered protector, embodying the essence of protection and prosperity. These benevolent spirits and protectors, from the Kappa of Japan to the guardian dragons of China, serve as reminders that in the midst of our fears and uncertainties, there are forces watching over us. They embody the comforting belief that even in the darkest moments, there is light and protection. Their stories, rich with symbolism and warmth, offer a sense of safety and hope, weaving a tapestry of guardianship that transcends cultures and time. Each tale of these mystical beings is a testament to the enduring belief in the protection and guidance that lies beyond the visible world. In the silence of the night, when shadows grow long and the world seems to hold its breath, tales of the underworld and afterlife stir with an eerie beauty. These stories, painted with mystery and hope, reveal humanity's deepest fears and yearnings about what lies beyond the veil of existence. In the ancient Egyptian world, the journey to the afterlife was a sacred and solemn affair. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the souls of the departed embarked on a passage filled with trials and tribulations. Guided by the god Anubis, the soul would first face the judgment of Osiris, the ruler of the underworld. In a grand hall of the dead, the heart of the departed was weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart balanced with the feather, the soul was deemed pure and allowed to join the fields of reeds, an eternal paradise where they would live in peace and abundance. But if the heart was heavy with sin, it was devoured by Ammit, the monstrous deity, and the soul was lost forever. The journey to the afterlife in ancient Egypt was not merely about death, but about a passage to a new existence, where every action in life was weighed with eternal consequences. This belief infused the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians with a sense of moral purpose, knowing that their deeds would echo through the corridors of eternity. In the shadowed corners of ancient Greece, the underworld was a realm as complex as it was dark. Governed by Hades, the Lord of the Dead, this world was not merely a place of punishment, but also of reflection and rest. Souls who entered the underworld crossed the river Styx, ferried by Charon, the grim boatman. Once across, they faced the three judges, Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Aeacus, who determined their fate based on the lives they had lived. The righteous were sent to the Elysian fields, a blissful paradise of eternal happiness. Those who had lived in a state of balance but needed further purification went to the Asphodel Meadows, a neutral realm where they wandered in a state of quiet reflection. The wicked, however, were condemned to Tartarus, a place of deep torment and suffering, far removed from the light of the world above. The Greek vision of the afterlife was a reflection of their belief in the cyclical nature of life and death, where the soul's journey continued beyond the grave, influenced by the choices made in life. Far to the east, in the distant land of ancient China, the afterlife was a realm of intricate bureaucracy and spiritual significance. The dead were believed to travel to the underworld, a complex world governed by the king of the underworld, Yama. Here, souls were judged by the 10 Yama kings, each overseeing different aspects of the afterlife and ensuring that the deceased received justice for their earthly deeds. Depending on their actions in life, souls could be reincarnated, their future lives determined by the karma they had accumulated. The idea of reincarnation reflected a belief in the continuous cycle of life and the opportunity for redemption and growth across multiple lifetimes. In the cold lands of Scandinavia, the Norse underworld was a place of both foreboding and hope. The dead who fell in battle were taken to Valhalla, a majestic hall ruled by Odin, where they would feast and fight until the end of days. This was not merely a reward but a preparation for the final battle of Ragnarok, where the gods and heroes would face the ultimate clash between order and chaos. For those who did not die in battle, Helheim awaited, a somber realm ruled by Hel, the daughter of Loki. Here, the souls of the deceased led a more mundane existence, neither punished nor rewarded, but simply existing in a state of quiet separation from the living world. In the ancient Mayan world, the underworld known as Xibalba was a place of both dread and reverence. It was a realm of trials and challenges, overseen by gods who tested the souls of the dead. The Popol Vuh, the Mayan creation epic, tells of the hero twins who ventured into Xibalba to face the gods of death. Their journey through the underworld was fraught with tests and dangers, a reflection of the Mayan belief in the underworld as a place of transformation and challenge. To the Maya, the afterlife was not just an end, but a continuation of the soul's journey, marked by trials that mirrored the struggles of life. Across the ocean in the land of the Inca, the afterlife was seen through the lens of the god Viracocha, who ruled the underworld. The Incas believed that the dead journeyed to a realm beneath the earth, a place where they could continue their existence in a manner reflective of their earthly lives. The concept of the afterlife was intertwined with the belief in the cyclical nature of time and the reverence for ancestors who continued to influence the living world. Each of these cultures, from the ancient Egyptians to the Incas, shared a profound sense of mystery and reverence for the afterlife. Their beliefs about the underworld were not merely tales of darkness, but reflections of a deeper understanding of existence and the human condition. They offered solace and a sense of continuity, assuring that life's journey did not end with death, but continued in ways both known and unknown. In these tales, the afterlife becomes a canvas upon which humanity paints its deepest fears and hopes, a realm where justice and mercy intermingle and where the soul's journey reflects the eternal quest for meaning and understanding. Each story, with its shadows and light, reminds us that the mysteries of the afterlife are as old as humanity itself, echoing through the ages with a haunting, eternal beauty. High above the clouds, where the peaks of mountains pierce the sky and the air feels alive with ancient whispers, there are places shrouded in mystery and reverence. Sacred mountains, believed to be the dwelling places of gods or the gateways to hidden realms, have long captured the human imagination. In the heart of the Himalayas, the towering Mount Meru stands as a sacred symbol in Hindu and Buddhist traditions. It is said to be the center of all physical, metaphysical, and spiritual universes. Legends tell of Mount Meru as the axis of the world, a cosmic mountain around which all things revolve. The mountain's snow-capped peak is thought to be where gods reside, overseeing the realms of both the living and the divine. Pilgrims traverse treacherous paths to catch a glimpse of this sacred peak, hoping to touch the divine or gain wisdom that transcends human understanding. The mountain's imposing presence and the harsh environment that guards it only add to its mystique, making it a symbol of the unreachable and the divine. Far across the globe, the Andes rise majestically, holding their own secrets in the form of Mount Machu Picchu. Hidden from the world until its rediscovery in the early 20th century, Machu Picchu remains a testament to the ingenuity and spirituality of the Inca civilization. Perched high above the Urubamba River, this ancient city is believed to have been a royal estate or a sacred retreat for Incan emperors. Its precise construction and the alignment of its structures with celestial events hint at a deep knowledge of astronomy and cosmology. The ruins of Machu Picchu, with their terraces and temples, evoke a sense of awe and mystery, suggesting that this city was not only a physical place but a portal to otherworldly knowledge. In the dense forests of Japan, Mount Fuji holds a similar place of reverence. This iconic volcano, with its symmetrical cone and pristine snow-capped peak, has been a source of inspiration and awe for centuries. It is considered a sacred mountain by the Shinto religion, a bridge between the human world and the divine. Legends speak of gods descending from the heavens to stand atop Mount Fuji, while mystical creatures are said to dwell in its shadowed forests. The mountain's sheer beauty and its aura of mystery continue to draw pilgrims and seekers, who come to witness the divine presence that they believe resides within its towering height. The world also holds myths of lost cities and civilizations, places of grandeur that vanished into legend. The story of Atlantis, recounted by the philosopher Plato, speaks of a mighty empire that once thrived in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. According to the tale, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that, due to its hubris and moral decay, was swallowed by the sea in a cataclysmic event. The tale of Atlantis has captivated imaginations for centuries, sparking countless theories and searches for its elusive remains. This legendary city symbolizes the heights of human achievement and the fragility of greatness, offering a poignant reminder of the limits of human pride. On the other side of the world, the tale of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold, captures the allure of lost civilizations in the Americas. Originating from indigenous myths and the dreams of European explorers, El Dorado was believed to be a city paved with gold and filled with untold riches. The legend spurred countless expeditions into the heart of South America, driven by the hope of discovering this mythical city. While El Dorado itself remains elusive, the legend reflects the profound human desire for wealth and discovery, as well as the often destructive impact of such quests. In the deserts of the Middle East, the story of the ancient city of Petra, though not lost, is shrouded in mystery and wonder. Carved into the rose-red cliffs of Jordan, Petra was a thriving trade center of the Nabatean civilization. Its intricate rock-cut architecture and hidden location made it a symbol of lost splendor when it was rediscovered in the 19th century. The city's grand facade and hidden tombs evoke a sense of timeless mystery, representing a link to a vanished world and its secrets. These sacred mountains and lost cities, whether they are revered as divine sanctuaries or sought after as treasures, resonate deeply with our innate curiosity and longing for the extraordinary. They remind us that beyond the everyday existence lies a world filled with wonder and enigma, waiting to be explored and understood. The mountains, with their lofty peaks and divine presence, and the lost cities, with their promises of ancient glory, continue to inspire awe and wonder. They stand as silent witnesses to our quest for meaning and our belief in the hidden marvels that lie just beyond our reach. In the hushed corners of ancient forests and the echoing halls of sacred temples, there lie rituals that mark the passage of life's most profound transformations. These mystical rites of passage, shrouded in secrecy and profound meaning, have been the heartbeat of countless cultures throughout history. In the heart of Africa, beneath the vast skies and amidst the whispering grasses, initiation rites hold a place of reverence and mystery. Among the Maasai people, the transition from childhood to adulthood is marked by a ceremony filled with both fear and anticipation. Young warriors, known as Morans, undergo trials that test their strength, endurance, and courage. One such trial is the circumcision rite, which is performed without anesthesia. This ritual is not just a physical test, but a spiritual one, symbolizing the shedding of childhood and the embracing of adult responsibilities. The Maasai believe that these rites forge a bond between the initiate and their ancestors, granting them wisdom and strength for their adult life. The ceremony, performed with the rhythm of drums and the chanting of elders, echoes the deep cultural significance of these transformative moments. Far from the savannas and the dense jungles of the Amazon, the rituals of the age or ayahuasca ceremonies offer another glimpse into the world of mystical rites. Under the guidance of a shaman, participants drink a potent brew made from the ayahuasca vine and other sacred plants. This ceremony is intended to induce visions and connect with the spiritual world. The experience is described as a journey through the hidden layers of the soul, where one confronts personal fears and receives guidance from the spirit world. The shaman, as the intermediary, guides the participants through this mystical voyage, providing insights and wisdom that are believed to come from the divine. These rites are steeped in ancient traditions and are a crucial aspect of the cultural and spiritual life of the Amazonian tribes. In the snow-covered peaks of the Himalayas, the Tibetan Buddhist practice of the sky burial offers a strikingly different view of rites of passage. In this ritual, the deceased are placed on a high mountain, exposed to the elements and vultures. This practice is rooted in the belief that the body is a vessel that should be returned to the earth in a manner that benefits others. The ritual symbolizes the impermanence of life and the idea that the body should be offered to nature in its final act. The sky burial, though somber, is a profound acknowledgement of life's cyclical nature and the interconnectedness of all living things. Across the ocean, in the ancient temples of Greece, the mysteries of Eleusis offer a glimpse into initiation rites that have captivated imaginations for centuries. These mysteries were secretive rites held in honor of Demeter and Persephone, believed to bring enlightenment and promise of a better afterlife. Initiates, known as mystify, underwent a series of ceremonies that included fasting, sacred rites, and revelations about the afterlife. These mysteries were said to provide a deeper understanding of life and death, offering a glimpse into the divine mysteries that lay beyond human comprehension. The Eleusinian mysteries were more than just rites, they were a profound spiritual experience that left a lasting impact on those who participated. In the ancient world of the Druids, the rites of passage were also shrouded in mystery and reverence. The Druids, known for their wisdom and connection to nature, performed ceremonies that marked the transition from one stage of life to another. These rites often involved elements of nature, sacred groves, and deep meditative practices. The initiation into Druidic traditions was a rigorous process that required years of study and spiritual development. The Druids believed that these rites connected them with the divine forces of the universe and provided a deeper understanding of existence. Alongside these mystical rites of passage, the art of divination and prophecy has also fascinated cultures across the globe. From ancient times to the present day, humanity has sought to peer into the unknown and glimpse what lies ahead. In the rolling hills of ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi held a place of immense significance. Pythia, the high priestess of Apollo, would enter a trance-like state and deliver cryptic messages believed to be the words of the god himself. The prophecies given by the oracle were sought by kings and commoners alike, offering guidance on matters of war, politics, and personal decisions. The oracle's messages were often enigmatic, requiring interpretation by those seeking insight. The sense of mystery surrounding the oracle, combined with the profound impact of her prophecies, made her one of the most revered figures in ancient Greece. In the heart of China, the ancient practice of I Ching, or the Book of Changes, offers a unique approach to divination. The I Ching is a text that provides guidance through a system of hexagrams, each representing a different aspect of life. Practitioners would cast coins or sticks to generate a hexagram, which would then be interpreted to provide insights into future events and personal dilemmas. The I Ching is more than just a method of divination. It represents a philosophy of change and balance, reflecting the deep interconnectedness of all things. In the mystical lands of the Celts, divination was also an integral part of spiritual practice. Druids would use various methods, including reading the patterns of the stars, interpreting the flight of birds, and examining the entrails of sacrificed animals. These practices were believed to provide insights into the will of the gods and the future, offering guidance to individuals and leaders alike. The connection between divination and the natural world was central to Celtic spirituality, reflecting a deep reverence for the mysteries of existence. In the heart of Africa, the practice of Ifa divination is a profound and complex system used by the Yoruba people. Through the consultation of the Orisha, divine spirits, and the casting of sacred objects, diviners provide guidance and insight into various aspects of life. The Ifa system is based on a rich oral tradition and complex cosmology, reflecting the deep spiritual and cultural heritage of the Yoruba people. The process of divination is a sacred ritual that involves storytelling, song, and dance, connecting the practitioner with the divine and the ancestral spirits. These rites of passage and practices of divination reveal a shared human quest for understanding and connection with the divine. Whether through sacred rituals marking life's transitions or through the enigmatic practices of foreseeing the future, these traditions reflect a deep yearning to grasp the mysteries that lie beyond the surface of existence. Each practice, with its own unique rituals and beliefs, offers a window into the ways in which different cultures seek to understand and navigate the complexities of life and the unknown. In the dim light of ancient temples and the solemnity of sacred spaces, the act of sacrifice has cast a profound shadow across human history. It is an ancient practice steeped in mystery and reverence, echoing through the annals of countless civilizations. Sacrificial offerings, whether of animals, goods, or even human lives, were performed not merely as rituals but as profound expressions of devotion, penance, and connection with the divine. In the heart of the Aztec Empire, beneath the shadow of towering pyramids and amidst the clamor of a vibrant city, the practice of human sacrifice was both sacred and fearsome. The Aztecs believed that the gods had given their blood to create the world, and in return, they needed to be honored with the ultimate offering, human life. During grand ceremonies atop the Pyramid of the Sun or the Temple of Huitzilopochtli, priests would perform elaborate rituals, including the sacrifice of captives. The scene was a mix of solemnity and spectacle, with the vibrant colors of ceremonial dress and the rhythmic beat of drums filling the air. The Aztecs believed that these sacrifices were crucial for maintaining cosmic order and ensuring the sun's rise each day. The intricate dances, chants, and rituals were a way to commune with the divine, making the practice both a fearful and awe-inspiring aspect of their spiritual life. Across the world, in the ancient land of Israel, the practice of sacrifice also held a deep significance. In the Old Testament, the offering of lambs, goats, and bulls was not just about appeasing the divine but about expressing gratitude, seeking forgiveness, and establishing a covenant with God. The blood of the sacrificial animal was seen as a powerful symbol of life and purity, meant to sanctify and cleanse the worshipper. During the Day of Atonement, or Yom Kippur, 2 goats were chosen, one was sacrificed, and the other was sent into the wilderness, carrying with it the sins of the people. This ritual, known as the scapegoat, symbolized the transfer of sin and the hope for redemption. The solemnity of these rituals reflected a profound spiritual quest for purification and reconciliation with the divine. In the ancient cities of Greece, sacrifices were woven into the fabric of daily life and public worship. At the grand altars of temples dedicated to gods like Zeus or Athena, offerings of fruits, grains, and animals were made to honor the deities and seek their favor. The sacrificial rites were often accompanied by festivals, where the entire city would come together in a vibrant display of communal spirit and devotion. The ritual of the animal sacrifice, where the blood of the animal was poured onto the altar and the meat was shared among the participants, was a way to bond with the gods and with each other. The act of sacrifice was seen as a divine communion, a moment when the earthly and the divine realms touched and connected. In the sacred groves of ancient Celtic lands, the ritual of sacrifice was shrouded in mystery and reverence. The Druids, with their deep connection to nature and the divine, performed sacrifices of animals and, in some accounts, even human offerings. These rituals were believed to be a way of honoring the gods and ensuring the fertility of the land. The exact nature of these sacrifices remains elusive, hidden behind the veils of history and myth. What is clear, however, is the deep spiritual significance they held, reflecting a culture deeply intertwined with the natural world and the forces that governed it. In parallel with these practices, ancient symbols have held their own enigmatic allure, capturing the imagination of those who seek to understand the mysteries of the past. Symbols, carved into stone or woven into fabrics, have served as potent vessels of meaning and power throughout history. In ancient Egypt, the Ankh symbol, a cross with a loop at the top, was a powerful emblem of life and immortality. The Ankh, often held by deities or pharaohs in tomb paintings and sculptures, represented eternal life and the divine connection between the earthly and the spiritual realms. It was a symbol of the gods' favor and a promise of continued existence beyond death. The Ankh's presence in tombs and temples reflected the deep-seated belief in an afterlife and the hope for divine protection and guidance. Similarly, in the mystic lands of the Maya, the jaguar symbol held a place of profound significance. Jaguars were seen as powerful, mystical creatures, embodying strength, agility, and the ability to traverse between the worlds of the living and the dead. The jaguar symbol appeared in Maya art and architecture, representing not only physical prowess but also spiritual power and connection to the divine. The symbolism of the jaguar was deeply woven into the fabric of Maya religion and mythology, reflecting the complex interplay between the natural and spiritual worlds. In the Celtic tradition, intricate knotwork patterns and spirals held their own enigmatic meanings. The endless loops and interlacing designs were believed to represent the interconnectedness of life, the eternal cycles of nature, and the spiritual unity of all existence. These symbols, carved into stone or woven into tapestries, served as reminders of the deeper truths that lay beneath the surface of everyday life. They were a way of expressing the inexpressible, of capturing the essence of the divine and the eternal within the confines of earthly art. These symbols and rituals, whether through the solemnity of sacrifice or the mystery of ancient emblems, reflect a profound human desire to connect with the divine and understand the mysteries of existence. They speak to our deepest fears and hopes, our quest for meaning and our reverence for the forces that shape our lives. In the act of sacrifice and the study of symbols, we find a glimpse of the timeless human search for connection and understanding, echoing through the ages and across cultures. In the hushed whispers of ancient temples and the hushed corridors of forgotten cathedrals, the allure of holy relics has captivated the human imagination for centuries. These sacred objects, bathed in myth and mystery, have been revered not just for their physical beauty but for the profound spiritual power they are believed to hold. One of the most celebrated relics is the Holy Grail, a vessel said to possess the power of eternal life and divine grace. Legends tell of its origin, traced back to the Last Supper where it was used by Jesus Christ to serve wine. This chalice, shrouded in both history and enigma, has been the subject of countless quests and stories. The Grail was said to grant immortality or healing to those who drank from it, and its pursuit became a symbol of the search for spiritual enlightenment and divine favor. In the stories, knights and heroes ventured into unknown lands, braved treacherous challenges, and faced their own inner demons, driven by the hope of finding this elusive, sacred cup. The Grail's allure was not merely in its physical form, but in the profound promises it represented: eternal life and divine connection. In the heart of the East, the relics of Buddha hold a different but equally compelling mystery. Among the most revered of these relics are the bone relics, believed to be remnants of the Buddha's physical body. Each relic is encased in elaborate stupa monuments, where they are venerated by millions. These sacred artifacts are not only seen as physical remnants, but as embodiments of the Buddha's enlightened essence. Pilgrims travel vast distances to touch or even gaze upon these relics, seeking a connection with the divine wisdom that they represent. The power of these relics lies in their ability to bridge the gap between the temporal and the eternal, offering a tangible link to the Buddha's profound teachings. In the ancient city of Jerusalem, the Shroud of Turin adds another layer to the mystique of holy relics. This ancient cloth, believed by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, is marked with an enigmatic image that some claim to be the imprint of Christ himself. The shroud's surface bears mysterious stains and patterns that have puzzled scientists and theologians alike. To some, it is a powerful symbol of sacrifice and resurrection, a tangible link to the most sacred of events in Christian history. For believers, the shroud represents a direct encounter with the divine, a physical manifestation of faith and devotion that stirs both awe and reverence. As the relics whisper of the divine, so too does the theme of eternal life and rebirth stir the soul. Across cultures and ages, the quest for immortality has driven human imagination and spirituality. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, were obsessed with the concept of eternal life. They believed that the soul could achieve immortality through a series of elaborate rituals and the preservation of the body. The pyramids, with their grand chambers and intricate hieroglyphs, were designed as gateways to the afterlife. They were more than mere tombs, they were eternal homes where the pharaohs and high priests could continue their journey in the afterlife. The Egyptians' elaborate practices, including mummification and the inclusion of vast treasure and texts in tombs, reflected their deep-seated belief in a life beyond death. In contrast, the mythological concept of reincarnation offers a different perspective on eternal life. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara, is seen as a fundamental aspect of existence. The soul, or Atman, is believed to undergo a series of rebirths until it achieves enlightenment and liberation, moksha or nirvana. This cycle is driven by karma, the principle that one's actions in life influence their future incarnations. The quest for enlightenment and escape from the cycle of rebirth is central to these traditions, embodying a journey toward spiritual awakening and ultimate freedom. In ancient Greek mythology, the elixir of life was a coveted prize, sought after by gods and mortals alike. The myth of the golden apples of the Hesperides tells of a fruit that grants immortality to those who eat it. Heracles, the great hero, was tasked with retrieving these apples as part of his 12 labors. The apples were not only symbols of divine favor but also embodied the eternal quest for eternal youth and unending vitality. The myth reflects humanity's timeless fascination with overcoming the limitations of mortality and the yearning for everlasting life. In these varied traditions and tales, the quest for eternal life and the reverence for sacred relics intertwine with profound spiritual truths. They reflect a universal human desire to connect with the divine, transcend the temporal, and find meaning in the face of mortality. Whether through the pursuit of holy relics or the exploration of eternal life, these stories speak to our deepest fears and aspirations, offering glimpses into the eternal and the divine. In the cosmic drama of ancient myths, a fierce, electrifying clash between divine forces often unfolds, echoing through the ages. These apocalyptic visions and their meaning have left an indelible mark on human imagination, illuminating the eternal struggle between creation and destruction. The Norse sagas tell a gripping tale of Ragnarok, the end times foretold by the gods themselves. A chilling prophecy describes a cataclysmic battle between the gods of Asgard and the monstrous giants of Jotunheim. The sky darkens, the seas rise, and the very world trembles as the forces of chaos and order clash in a final, fiery confrontation. The earth is consumed by flames, and the sun turns black. Yet, from this cosmic devastation, a new world emerges, a world reborn from the ashes, where the surviving gods and the few remaining humans begin anew. This myth speaks of the cyclical nature of existence, where destruction paves the way for regeneration and renewal, embodying the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In the ancient Greek tradition, the Titanomachy, the great battle between the Olympian gods and the Titans, is a dramatic portrayal of cosmic upheaval. The Titans, led by Cronus, are overthrown by the younger gods, led by Zeus. The heavens shudder, the earth quakes, and the very fabric of the cosmos is reshaped. This epic struggle symbolizes the triumph of order over chaos, light over darkness, and reason over primordial chaos. The victorious Olympians establish a new divine order, marking the dawn of a new era for both gods and mortals. Far to the east, in Hindu mythology, the epic battle between the divine and demonic forces is vividly illustrated in the Mahabharata. The Great War of Kurukshetra, though rooted in earthly conflict, is also seen as a cosmic struggle between the forces of good and evil. The divine Vishnu, taking the form of the charioteer Krishna, guides the hero Arjuna through this monumental clash, imparting spiritual wisdom and the eternal principles of Dharma. The war serves as a reminder of the eternal struggle between righteousness and unrighteousness, and the importance of fulfilling one's duty amidst chaos and destruction. As these myths reveal the cosmic battles that shape the universe, they also reflect profound truths about human experience and existence. They speak to our fears and hopes, our struggles and triumphs, and the eternal dance between order and chaos that defines our lives. Turning to the sacred feminine, ancient myths also highlight the profound significance of feminine divine power. In the heart of these stories, the feminine aspect of the divine emerges as a powerful, nurturing, and transformative force. The goddess Isis of ancient Egypt embodies this sacred feminine energy with grace and strength. As the goddess of magic, healing, and motherhood, Isis is a central figure in Egyptian mythology. Her story, filled with love, sacrifice, and resilience, paints a picture of the feminine divine as a source of life and renewal. Isis's devotion to her husband Osiris and her role in resurrecting him reflect the themes of life, death, and rebirth, showcasing the feminine divine as a powerful force of healing and restoration. Similarly, in Greek mythology, the goddess Demeter represents the profound connection between the feminine divine and the cycles of nature. As the goddess of the harvest and agriculture, Demeter's grief over her daughter Persephone's abduction by Hades brings about the changing seasons. Her story symbolizes the deep bond between motherhood, fertility, and the natural world, underscoring the sacred feminine's role in sustaining life and nurturing growth. In Hinduism, the goddess Kali stands as a fierce and complex representation of the sacred feminine. Known for her dark, transformative energy, Kali embodies both destruction and creation. Her dance of destruction clears the old to make way for the new, highlighting the cyclical nature of existence and the feminine divine's role in both nurturing and challenging the world. These stories of the sacred feminine reveal a dimension of divinity that is both tender and fierce, nurturing and transformative. They celebrate the essential role of the feminine divine in the tapestry of existence, acknowledging its power to heal, create, and transform. As these ancient myths weave their way into the fabric of modern culture, they leave an enduring legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. The echoes of cosmic battles, the wisdom of the sacred feminine, and the timeless mysteries of these myths resonate deeply within the human psyche. They remind us of our own struggles, our quest for meaning, and our search for connection with the divine. Modern storytelling, art, and popular culture often draw upon these ancient myths, reimagining them in new forms while preserving their core essence. The archetypes and symbols of these myths find their way into literature, film, and even everyday life, bridging the gap between ancient wisdom and contemporary understanding. The impact of these stories is not confined to the past; they continue to shape our perceptions, beliefs, and aspirations, reflecting the timeless and universal themes that speak to the very heart of the human experience. In the end, the ancient myths are more than just stories from a distant past; they are living narratives that resonate with our deepest truths and emotions. They remind us of the power of the divine, the beauty of transformation, and the eternal quest for meaning in the midst of cosmic upheaval and sacred wonder.